All righty, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing this amazing day? I hope everybody is doing well. I hope we are ready for such an amazing conversation as usual. As you come in, like and share. I am on my phone, so I hope it's not too aggravating because I'm on my phone. I'm doing this on my phone today because I tried to use my computer and I undid some stuff and I undid the Chrome, so I had to download it and all this crazy stuff. So yeah, I am on my cell today. Hopefully everything is good. Hopefully you can see me okay. Um, we are in for an amazing conversation. I try to come every Tuesday around 1. Seems like a really great time for everybody. We're going to discuss some things today, and we are going to talk about the young man that was shot over this weekend. The 2 young men that were shot for different reasons. It's just crazy. Everything is getting so out of hand. But I really wanted to bring some attention to some people that have been, talking a lot of noise about NFAC. And I heard a broadcast where he said, "This is your opportunity, fellas, to take over and do it better." Can we do it better? Can anybody do it better? For right now, I don't see anybody stepping forward. I don't see anybody taking that challenge. I don't see anybody trying to outdo or do over or do better. Let's say do better what Grandmaster has already done. Okay. Jay is stepping aside to let you guys have it. And I see a lot of people talking noise, but I don't see anybody stepping forward to do it any better. So what are we waiting for? Okay. You had all that noise to talk more. It was a guy on Facebook or YouTube. More. I don't know more. Whoever. I don't know more. What? I don't know. More crap. More poop. More talking noise and not doing nothing. More of that. Yes, I've seen that. A lot of that. Okay. But I want to see some people that's had so much to say. I want you guys to step up, and I want you guys to bring in 1,500 or 6,500 like he's done. Bring in your men, bring in your formation, and let's see if you can do it better or if you're going to do it at all. Because from what I'm looking at, nobody's stepping up, nobody's speaking out, nobody's doing anything, nobody's saying anything. So what are you waiting for, my fellas? Fellas, where you at? I don't see you. Okay, we said that we can do this, that, and the other, and he wasn't doing right, and he was doing this, and I mean, y'all was talking big mad noise for the last month, 3 weeks, a long time. But then the white boys went to Stone Mountain, did the same thing, and nobody had nothing to say. Y'all racism is showing, Black family. Y'all hate toward yourself is showing. Why are we hating on each other? That is what I don't understand. Why are we hating on each other? I don't get that. I don't know. Well, I do get it because I did a show last week on PTSD, and I really do believe that is what we are suffering from. PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder. That's what I call it. We hate everything and everybody that looks like us, which is sad. We hate ourselves. This is why we date other races. This is why we don't want to support each other. We won't support each other. I seen Blacksit on YouTube, and it's BLAAXIT, Blacksit. And I seen where, I don't know why this is not downloading on my computer. I seen where she wrote a petition, and the petition was to fight against racism in America. And wanting and just trying to speak up for the young man that was shot. She's from the UK, and she was wanting to sign a petition and just wanting a lot of us to come to Africa. And I do believe that sometimes things can happen to where Yah is trying to get you prepared to do something, or he's trying to push. Have you ever had a problem on a job where you constantly have problems on that one job, just constantly, every day, a problem? Either you couldn't do the job, or you did do the job, or it wasn't right, or the computer will break, or it will always be something every day. Do you not understand that is Yah's way of pushing you into another direction, pushing you into your divine destiny, pushing you into doing what you were put on this earth to do? Okay. And a lot of times we won't and we don't do that because we don't understand what he's doing. We don't understand at the time what he's doing. So I'm trying to turn it a different way just to see if I'll be able to see what's what. I think right now, this is his opportunity of trying to force us into doing something that is time for us to do. Okay. And I do believe that it is time for us to get our ducks in a row. I do believe that it is time for us to make that transition to Africa. I do believe that he's been trying to push us into our divine destiny. I believe that he's allowing things to happen so that we can do what we're supposed to do. But we're having an issue moving. We're having an issue. A problem transitioning. And a lot of times we are afraid of things that we don't understand. We're afraid of things that we have not experienced before. We're afraid of new, okay? And some people just don't like change. And I think a lot of people in the Black community, we want to control everybody. And a lot of times we don't even know how to control ourselves. And we're allowing white supremacy right now to control us to vote. A process that's never worked. You don't see them, forcing the Asians to vote. You don't see them forcing anybody else but Black folk to support their nonsense. And what do? We support white supremacy. We support a system that is holding us down instead of us breaking free and doing our own thing, just like the Chinese come together, bring our monies together. We support each other's businesses, just like the Chinese do, the Asians do, everybody support their own except Black people. When we see a person with a business that's Black, what do? We'll go over there next door across the street and purchase ice or purchase whatever that product is from someone else that don't look like us. Tell me why. This is what you call post-traumatic slave disorder. This is what you call Willie Lynch syndrome. This is what you call Stockholm syndrome. Okay, you guys look those meanings, those words up, and you'll understand what's really going on in the Black community. We hate ourselves so much because our enemy has taught us how, and we are so good at it. We are so good at hating ourselves. But this is what's going on right now. I think we had a petition with Miss Julia, and that's Blacksit, and the petition was a great petition, and we had so many negative comments about the petition. And I'm looking at the petition. I'm like, we don't want to march. Well, we were marching. We don't want to do anything different. We don't want to come against the norm. We don't want to hold our money. We don't want to support each other. Family, what is it that we want to do? What is it that we're willing to do? What is it that we're going to do? What is it? Why are we stuck in the middle? Why are we so busy supporting our enemies that we won't do anything to support ourselves? What is going on? They're trying to force you to vote. They're trying to force you to hold up white supremacy. And we are right on target, right on it. We are so ready to support somebody else. I don't understand. We are so ready to support anybody that does not represent you. What is going on here? Come on, you guys. We got to do better. We got to do better. I don't understand what's it going to take for us to get it together. I don't understand what's it going to take for us to say no more. We are not going to support you. We are not going to support white supremacy anymore. We are going to do for self. We are going to hold our money from these devils. We are going to not allow them to be in control of us. We are going to tear down their racist system. We are going to hold our $1.2 trillion, and we are going to build, and we are going to build ourselves. Now we can do this. But will we? I'm just saying, we can do all of this. We can do this. So let's do it. You don't want to march. You don't want to sign a petition. What do you want to do? What are you trying to do? Come on, you guys, we gotta do something. We have to do something. But we don't want to do nothing. So what are you willing to do? Let's come up with something that we're willing to do right now and see where can we start? Where do you suggest? Give me some suggestions. What do you suggest we do? Do we fight? Do we get weapons? NFAC was trying to get us there. He wanted us to come up with our own defense. And I think that's what we need. We need to police ourselves. We need to patrol our own neighborhoods, because they're saying that this guy, Jacob Blake, he was known. Okay, he was known in the neighborhood. So if he was known in the neighborhood, why is it that if we had police officers that knew him, that we were allowed to, police ourselves, we would have known him. We would have said, oh, he's cool. The dude went there to break up a fight. And what happened? He got shot 11 times. Are you 7 times? 7 times? One guy got shot 7 times. One guy got shot 11 times. I don't know which one, but one died, and I think the Jacob person is the one that is now in the hospital. I don't understand. I don't understand what's it going to take for us to get it together. I don't understand what's it going to take for us to start supporting one another. I don't know what it's going to take for us to want to come together and spend time together. I don't know what's it going to take for us to believe in one another. I don't know what is it going to take. We've been doing this for way too long, and we're not getting any place. We're not getting ahead. We're not getting anywhere with it. I don't know. I'm fresh out of ideas. I'm fresh out of I don't know. I'm fresh out of ideas. I don't know what's it going to take for us to do what we need to do. I'm just like, I wish we could do come together, but I think when it's time, we will. I think when it's time, Yahshua's going to make it his business to fix Black America, because we have been so damaged for so long, and we're speaking 400 years of damage. And I believe that right now we need to do something. We need to do something. Hold on, you guys. I think it's time for us to do what we need to do. I think it's going to take us healing. It's time for us to heal. It's time for us to allow other people to come in and help. And I do believe that was what NFAC was trying to do. He was trying to come in to help, to lead us into freedom. I think it's going to take someone like him. But are we ready for NFAC? I think we should be ready, but are we? I think we should have allowed him to do what needed to be done, especially when we had other people that wasn't doing anything. And this guy was trying to do something. He was trying to put boots on the ground, and he was trying to do what nobody else has done. And he was trying to do it, but nobody wanted to support. How is it that woke people, or people that say they're so woke, how is it that we fight against ourselves so easily? How is it that we tear each other down so easily? White folk didn't have to tear them down. It was more Black men. It was more Black men tearing this brother down than I saw women. I mean, women, we are just like, we're ready for somebody to help us to be free. We're ready. We are ready to be free. We're ready to be free. But we can't be free if we can't fight against each other. How are we going to be free fighting against each other? You can't be free fighting against yourself. Who does that? That's crazy. So suggestions, please. What is it? What's the next move? Somebody. You had somebody that was stepping up trying to take you into the wilderness, trying to take you into Africa, trying to take us into another area. And the ones I think he still should do it. I think the ones that want to go. I think the ones that don't want to go, shut up, tune out, do something else with your life, and shut the hell up. I'm just saying. I don't think he owes you an explanation. I think if you want to go, go. I think if you want to stay in America that's being destroyed, you stay. But I don't think you should fight against somebody that is trying to do something. If you're not doing anything, then why are you speaking against your brother who's trying to do something to free us? Okay. And I don't know if it's going to work or not, but guess what? I'm willing to see if it's going to work. I'm willing to try something. Something is better than what you're doing now. Nothing. You're dying, but you're dying not changing your situation. If you're going to die, let's die changing our situation. Right now, we're dying. If you haven't noticed, we're dying. They started up. They have not killed anybody for what, 3 to 4 months, or 3 months, maybe 2 months since we've been marching. Since George Floyd, nobody's died, right? But now they're going to start it up again, and you're not going to say, you're not going to do anything. We're going to just complain against somebody that was doing the work. Are you crazy? What's wrong with Black people? What's wrong? We have been abused for so long, and this is an abusive relationship. It is almost like a man and a woman, and the man keeps beating the hell out of the woman, and she keeps staying and keeps making excuses why it's okay to stay. And then when somebody comes along like myself and say, girl, come on, let me help you get out. Let me help you. I got an extra place. You don't even have to pay. You could just stay there till you get on your feet. And she looks at me and she fusses at me. Well, you never, and you're trying to help. And she's cussing you out because you're trying to help. But for her, it's almost like, hey, strange. Yeah, he did. He decided his last video, he said, you do it. He said, I'm stepping aside. And who's hey, this is your ball, you take it and run with it. He said, you handle it. He said, I've tried. Y'all didn't want it. That's what the last video said. He said he's tried to come. He's tried, to save us. He's tried to, step out and do. He said, but everybody has so much to say. He said, so now you do it. Do it for yourself. Do it for self. And I don't see nobody stepping up. So my thing is, I got a net around here. He gonna agitate me to death here. But my thing is, so y'all see me snapping it, it's a net. Okay, I'm trying to, nets. So I love mango, so I have a lot of mango. But yeah, so he's giving the ball to the different Black men bussies. Okay. And I don't see any of those bussies so far stepping up to do anything. So I'm just saying, what are we waiting for? Okay. I mean, he was willing to do, he was doing, and we were cussing, complaining, and fussing about a brother that put boots, 1,500. Let me mind you, the first one was at Stone Mountain. He put 1,500 people, boots on the ground, uniformed, formation on the ground. The next one was at Louisville. He put 6,500 on the ground. And who has ever done that? Who's done that before? Does anybody recall? Strange fruit. Has anybody else decided to do that? Nobody else I've seen has done this. And he's doing it globally. He's getting UK, Africa. He named after different countries. He's named after different countries. And what do? We fought against our own. A person that's doing, instead of you protecting, instead of you getting behind somebody just to see what's going to happen, let's just roll with it. Ain't nobody else doing nothing. At least we wasn't dying. Now we dying. So now what? Who we got now? Who's going to defend your behinds now, family? The brother stood up and he put his life on the line. He stuck his neck out for us. What do? But this is what we do all the time. We never support who is trying to build us up. We never support our own. We never support somebody that's one of us that wants to build you up. You'll tear that person down and then go behind massa, white supremacy, and vote for a man that put half of your sons, half of your uncles in jail. Clinton put the other half in jail, and now Kamala Harris gonna put the rest of them in jail. So you guys go ahead and vote for these dummies. Go ahead and vote for Kamala, whose record is terrible, because I'm voting for the lesser of two evils. Evil is evil. How do you vote for the lesser of two evils? Our ancestors did not die for you to vote for the lesser of two evils. In the word, it talks about us allowing the evil to reign over you. You're not supposed to do that, Israel. You are supposed to reign over yourself, but instead we will let white supremacy keep telling us to vote, and vote never happened. We've been voting for 60 years, and what the hell have we gotten out of voting? We've got nothing. Tell me one thing that we've got. Just one thing that we've got out of vote. Now wait. I'm waiting. I'm waiting on somebody. Tell me one thing that we've actually got out of voting. One. But yet they don't force the Asians to vote. They don't force white folk to vote. They don't force anybody to vote. They always come to us to bail them out of stuff. And what we do, yes, sir, master, I got you. Yes, sir, master. You only put us in jail. You only put my husband in jail. You put my brother in jail. You put my husband. You put my cousin. But yes, sir, master, I'm going to trust you and I'm going to give you my vote again. Yes, sir, master. Carmela didn't even want to be black. Carmela has never been black. She's Indian. She does not own up to her black side because her dad disowned her and her dad are beefing. So guess what? She's mad at black men. So she's taking her hatred for her dad out on our men. So you want this woman to be your president. What kind of fools are we, black people? Come on, family. Come on. I love me some black folk, but y'all didn't get on my nerves now. Y'all love me some black folk, but we got to wake up. We got to stop it. We got to stop with the self-hate. Stop it with the self-hate. We need a PTSD class. We need a class to learn to teach us how to love each other, but we're not going to learn that as long as we mixing and mingle with our enemies. As long as we're integrated with our enemies, we are not going to learn how to love ourselves. We are such amazing people. Do you hear me, family? We are so amazing. We are so amazing. We are so amazing just by ourselves. We don't need nobody else to make us amazing. We come amazing. We're amazed. We're amazing by ourselves. But we don't know it because we've always been told for hundreds of years how much we are no good. We've been called all kind of names. Right now, we are so afraid to move. We won't stand up. We won't say nothing. We won't. We won't do anything different. We won't speak against anybody that talks about us. You know, I have people that speak bad about black folk, and they're black, and I go, hold on, back up, stand down. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna love on each other right now. We're not coming on here being negative. We're not coming on here being, and that's what I tell people. Give us permission to love. I give you permission to love each other. I give everybody on here permission to start loving on your own selves, because we have a lot of self-hate. But I don't see anybody doing what NFA was trying to do. I don't see anybody rising to the occasion right now. Now that they've got him to sit down, now they're good. So now we can go back to doing what? We can go back to dying. We can go back to loving our symbolism, you say it. We can go back to loving on our self-hate. We can go back to allowing Master to tell us, let's vote for Biden, who put half your men. Let's vote for Carmela, who was for the police. The police union supported her. And let's go back to when she was to hold the police accountable, she didn't. So we're going to hold them accountable. We're going to put pressure on them to do for us. You sound stupid. I'm going to go back to my ex-husband that used to beat the hell out of me. And I'm going to put pressure on him not to beat me. Does that sound right? I ain't got no ex-husband that did that. I'm just saying, because people say, oh, her. No. I'm just saying, does that sound right what I just said? Go back. Just like me going back to an abusive relationship, because I'm thinking, well, he's changed. I'm going to go back because maybe he won't beat me no more. I only been gone for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe 2 years, but he still beat the hell out of his last woman. But I'm going to go back because maybe he changed overnight. Maybe he changed. He's not going to beat me again. So we're going to go back. We're going to go back to the Democratic. We're going to go back to people that's not doing anything for you. We're going to go back to white supremacy. Are you kidding? These people have never done anything. I cannot think of one law, one rule. And right now, Biden said, we're going to investigate it. He's not even for defunding the police. He won't even step forward to say anything. He said, and Carmela, I ain't heard her say nothing yet. Have you heard her say anything? Carmela represents the fake black. Yes, Carmela does represent the bougie, the boule women, black women who hate themselves also. She represents the Abrams of the world. She represents the Oprahs of the world. She represents the Rice of the world. She represents the bougie black women who's kissing booties with white supremacy, who is paid by white supremacy to look like us. But guess what? They don't have a heart for their own. They know that they're no threat. So guess what? They can trust the Oprahs of the world. They can trust the Gales of the world. They can pay them millions of dollars because they're no threat, because they're not going to help their own anyway. And this is just what it is. This is why Oprah gets paid so much money. It's time for us to recognize Black people that look like us but don't have a heart for us. Black people that look like us who will have a heart for us. Those are the people that we support, and those are the people that we should support. But the ones like Oprah and Carmela, who does not, Carmela, whatever the hell her name is, Kamala, whatever. Those type people, we don't support people that don't think like us, who don't have a B1 right here, who love themselves first. We have to start loving ourselves first. We have to put us first, family. We've not put us first in a long time. We don't even know how to put us first, because guess what? When we put us first, we're labeled racist. Oh, how can we be racist? Do you know what racist means? Do you know what racism is? I can't be a racist because I have no power. I don't have a power. Do I have power to stop you from getting a job? Do I have power to stop you from getting a home loan? Do I have power to stop you from do I have power to gentrify your neighborhoods? Do I have power to stop you from getting promoted on your jobs? No. So therefore, I can't be a racist. A person that's a racist has the power over another culture, over another individual, to change your situation. I don't have power to change anybody's situation. So therefore, I can't be a racist. So stop calling Black people racist, because Black people cannot be racist. We can be prejudiced, but we cannot be racist. And yes, I might be a little prejudiced, but I'm not racist. But me being Black first does not mean I hate anybody else. And a lot of times people think because you love your own that you hate other cultures. I do not hate other cultures. I do not trust any of them. And I believe that they're all evil. Yes, I said all, because guess what? If they can't use you, then they will turn on you, and you will see the horns, and you will see who their father really is, and it's not Jesus. I'm just saying. Try Caesar Borgia. If you guys know the story about Caesar Borgia and who he was, he raped his sister and he murdered his brother. Those are who we're dealing with. Those are the people who worship Caesar Borgia. The ones that don't have to change themselves, don't want to have to. And these are the religious evangelical Christians, Trump lovers, who love themselves. They love some Trump and they hate Black people. I don't care. They may grin in your face, praise Jesus. But then guess what? Their heart is the same. These are the same people that held your ancestors captives. These are the same people that raped your ancestors. These are the same people that cut the babies out of our ancestors' bellies. These are the same people that fed our babies to alligators. These are the same people that butt broke our men. They're still butt breaking them today. These are the same people that we call best friends today. You can't call your enemies friends, family. Enemies don't become friends. Enemies need to have their place, and that's away from you. We don't go to our enemy's house and eat. We recognize our enemies. We teach our children not to date and marry our enemies. We don't say, oh, all of them aren't bad. But what the heck are you seeing? I'm seeing all of them are bad. I don't see anybody standing up for the freedom. I don't see anybody standing up and saying anything positive about this young man. Most of the white folks say, oh, he deserved to die. Why is it that when something happens to ours, the news media will say, oh, they put all of his negative stuff out there, instead of saying that he was a father of three who was putting his children in the car. He was coming around the car. Okay, we're talking about the Jacob boy, the Jacob man. He was putting his children. He went there to stop a fight, to break up a fight first. His kids were there. When the police came, he wanted to leave. So therefore, he took his children. He put his kids in a car. What you see on the video is him walking around the car to get inside of his truck so that he could leave, so that he didn't have to be bothered with the race soldiers. That's what he was doing. So why is it that he needed to die again? What was the threat again? He was getting inside of his car. If I'm not under arrest, why am I not going? Why am I standing there if I don't want to be there? You don't force me. You don't tell me. I'm a grown woman. If I want to leave and I'm not part of the fight, I didn't have anything to do with the fight. Why can't I leave when I was there to break it up? So if he wanted to leave, he should have been able to leave without any problems. But of course, they wanted to run his license to see, well, who are you? It doesn't matter who I am because I have nothing to do with this fight. This isn't even my home. So therefore, you don't have any problems with me. I don't have any problems with you. So if I want to leave, he should have been able to leave. So why wasn't he able to leave without being shot in the back 7 times? Tell me that. And I'm gonna tell you what, that's a bad brother. He's still alive, and they shot him 7 times in the back. I'm just saying. But I'm going to tell you what my prayer is, and this is what everybody's prayer is the fire of God fall on everybody that has something to do with any black person that has been shot. Let the fire of Yah fall on their heads, and not only on their heads, but the children to the third and fourth generation, because that's his word. And I'm not praying for mercy for none of them. I'm praying that the fire of Yah fall on their head right now in the name of Yahuwah. That is what my prayer is, and that is what all of our prayers should be, because guess what? You reap what you sow. He said, I will visit the sins of the fathers to the fourth, the third, and the fourth generation. So therefore, the young man that just shot this young man, the fire of Yah is going to fall on his head, and not just on his head, but his family's head and his generation's head for the third and fourth generation. That is my prayer. So I hope that is your prayer also, black family, because I'm so sick of these devils. I don't know what to do, and they need to be shut down, and we have the power to do it. So what are you going to do? I'm tired of dying. I don't know about you. My thing is, I really do believe that Yah is trying to get us out of here. He's talking to Israel first. Right now, if you don't know who you are Israel. This is why you're dying the way you're dying. Thank you for you guys for coming through, by the way. I do appreciate everybody that took the time out to come here and to hear my little ratting and raving. But if you guys want to join the conversation, I can give you the link so you can join the conversation. I'm just saying. Hold on, I'm going to try to copy the link. So then I'm going to put it in the comments, okay? So if anybody think they want to come on and let's chat about it. I'm just saying, because it is time for us to stop acting crazy and look what's in front of your face. We see white supremacy, and I heard a guy that was saying, oh, he was walking away from the police. The police told him to stop. He kept walking, so he deserved to die. Did he? Really? Really? What? I could say the same thing about you. You ran your mouth, so you deserve to die too. So come on, does that make sense what he just said? He deserved to die because he wouldn't stop. But we stop and we die. We don't stop, we die. So what the hell should we do? Do we just disappear? Do we be like Jeannie and blink our eyes and disappear when the police officers come? No, we start fighting. You have people out there. My thing is, if we rise up nationwide, can they arrest everybody? Can they arrest everybody? What is it that we need to do? Help me out, Linda. Miss Alexander, help me out. Strange Fruit, help me out. What is it that we need to do? And anybody else on here, help me out to help me to understand what is it that we need to do. NFAC was really ready to help you. He wanted to get the people, and I'm hoping that I hope that he won't totally give up. I think he's just taking a back seat for now. But my thing is, this dude was ready to get a pile of us together, and the ones that wanted to leave America can leave. And I do believe that that is where we need to be getting our mindset, because you're never going to ever not die here. They're always going to be trying to kill you at any given time. And I mean, they're coming to your houses, killing you, and they're not getting any time. Breonna Taylor say her name. Breonna Taylor was in her bed, sleep with her man, and they came at her house at 1:30 in the morning, and they say they had a no knock warrant. So therefore, they're not gonna come up and knock on your door, because it's a no knock warrant means I don't have to knock. I'm just coming in, and that's exactly what they did. And that's when Kenneth called 911, because if he really thought it was the police, he wouldn't have called 911. He called 911 and said someone was coming in his home to send the police. He didn't know that they were the police. Okay, the police didn't even know that they were the police coming in his house. So of course he called 911, and he commenced the shooting. The first person that came through the door, and that was the officer that got shot in the leg. Unfortunately, he should have shot him in the head and killed him. I'm just saying, if you come to my house with a no knock warrant and I'm not doing anything, and you breaking and entering, that means you're going to cause me danger. You're going to cause me harm. So that means I am going to kill you, because you came in my house unannounced. And how was he supposed to know that they were the police? He should have came out blazing, shooting, and should have killed everybody that he could that came through that front door. He should have shot and killed every last one of them. And I'm saying that because of the fact I'm sick of these race soldiers. When you act like a terrorist, then I get to treat you like a terrorist. All eyes on Bree. You better believe that. Yes, we need to stop the hate. Give each other permission to love on each other. And because I'm B1 first, and people won't, anybody that knows me know I love me some black folk. And they'll say I'm racist. I don't care. Say what you want to say. just like you love yours. And I will tell them this in a minute. Just like you love yours, I love mine. I love me some black folks. I'm just saying. Hold on, it is kind of dark in here. I wanted to turn on the light a little bit, but no, I'm fine. But I'm just saying, I love me some black folk. I'm black first. I am black first. Does not mean I hate anybody else. I'm very leery, and I think integration was the worst thing that we could have ever did. And I think the only way for us to get it corrected is to correct this behavior that we're dealing with is to segregate. We have to go back to the basics. We have to go back to Africa, and I do believe that that's where I'm headed. I already know that. I got some plans, and before this year's out, I am going to be headed over there buying some land and taking care of some things I need to take care of. But I am tired of this. And when I move, I'm not gonna worry about anything that's happening in the U.S. because I am moving to get away from racism, and I don't care. And people say, "Well, Africa ain't perfect." I said, "No, it's not." But guess what? I'm not going to have to worry about the race soldiers. I'm not going to have to worry about the terrorists. I'm not going to have to worry about police officers killing and shooting to kill. You come out what happened to the batons? They had batons, right? What happened to them beating the boy? What happened to them beating? You know what I'm saying? What happened to that? You come out the back. I mean, and you shoot till your gun is done. You pow, 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 pow. Who does that? It only takes one bullet. Who shoots 7 and 8 times? I'm just saying. Who shoots a person 7, 8, 42, 52 times, 120 times? One boy, I remember they shot him 100 times. Where they do that at? Does it take all that? What the hell? Is it target practice now? Or black people, it's simply, I'm going to say, black people seem like we target practice. I'm just saying. You know the targets, how we have the targets at the gun range, and you got this black silhouette? Maybe they think that's us. Maybe they should use the white silhouettes instead of the black ones. Maybe that'll change the mind frame. Because I don't see no white ones. I see the black silhouettes. You know, the little gun, at the gun range, you get the little paper and they got the little black silhouette of a black person. Maybe they need to change it to white. I'm just saying. I've had enough. I'm so frustrated right now. And I've heard a lot of people had a lot to say about NFAC. They did. They ran their mouth. Oh, they ran their mouth. Oh, he did this. He fired his weapon. He didn't misfire nothing. Somebody fainted in 100-degree weather when they were marching. They had on black. They have on masks. They are all black. You go out there. I don't know if you're not in shape. I don't know how in Stone Mountain they didn't all fall out because they walked like 3 miles from what I understood. They walked. So my thing is, can you do it better? And guess what? We saw 2 Saturdays ago on the 15th of August 15th. I did a video about it. Stone Mountain. It was a disaster. Those white Boogaloo boys, 3%ers, went out there and they got mobbed. It was a clown show. You couldn't tell nobody from nobody. Ain't had no uniform. They looked a hot mess. You should have saw it. Put up the video. They looked a mess. And I laughed and I talked about them. I laughed till I was on the floor. I just laughed because it was funny. Because they looked like a fool, but they had so much to say about Grandmaster, and they couldn't even do it themselves. Somebody actually got shot out there. Okay, somebody got shot. Okay, but did the news have it on? No. Did the news talk about it? No. Did any black men talk about it like they talked about their own? No. Did Bussy Boy, what's his boy named Tariq? Did he have it on his show? No. Did Vicky talk about it? No. Nobody said anything about what happened at Stone Mountain when the white boys did it. Nobody had nothing to say, but you talked about your own for 2 to 3 weeks. Family, what is going on here? You talked about your own for 3 weeks. You dogged him out for 3 weeks. I'm going to tell you what. If it was him, if it was me, I'd be, look, the ones want to go, I'm out. The ones that want to stay here under your enemy, you're going to die. 2/3 are going to die. You are going to die if you decide that you want to stay with your enemy. You are going to die and get part of the punishment that Yah is bringing down to this country. You are going to get in on it. Remember the tribulation? How some people are going to get it and some people are not. The ones that leave are not going to get it, but the ones that stay are going to die. Do you understand me? You're going to die. So if you love your enemy so much, stay. But if you're ready to go, you better get your online business together. You have you $500 put down some land so you can do some agricultural. Dr. Harnett has some business information that you can join her group, and she'll tell you how to do it. But I'm give me some land, give me some cows. Me and my girlfriend gonna build us a school. We got some plans. Y'all can sit there if you want to. I'm out. I'm getting with these orphanages, and we're gonna teach these babies, the new generation. We're gonna teach them how to think. We're gonna clean this out. No more Western education. No more Britain education. No more Western nothing. No more Britain education. No more Britain. No more nothing. It's got to be all Black. Black history, Black culture, heritage, a code of behavior, and we out. It's time to go. I think y'all's trying. Sometimes he will let things happen to us, to continue to happen to us, to get your attention. And he's getting Israel's attention. When we gonna get it? When we gonna wake up? When we gonna answer the call? Remember the Bible? He was trying to get Samuel's attention, and Samuel kept running to the wrong person. Yes, master. He kept running to Eli, right? Remember? If anybody know the Bible story, Samuel was a prophet. He was a young boy. He didn't even know his calling. One night, God was calling him. Yah was calling him. He kept hearing it, but he was running to the man that was over him. He kept running Eli. Yes, Eli, you called me. And Eli said, no, what? I didn't call you. You know, Eli didn't catch on it till the third time. Heard him again. Samuel ran again and said, Eli, you called me? Samuel said, nope. But guess what? The next time, answer, here I am, Lord. Answer your call. Answer your call, Israel. Answer your call, Israel. Wake up. But I guarantee you, if we rose up nationwide, we wouldn't have to fight. If we even thought we was raising up, if he even thought we was ready to raise up, he would protect us. I guarantee you it. We wouldn't die. Not one of us would die. I guarantee you, if we rose up nationwide, not one would die. Because remember David. I got stories. Remember David? When they came in and they took his wife, they took his family, they took everything, the wife, children, everything. And he had an army of men, and they came in and took the whole army's children, wives, and they was getting ready to turn on David. We out here fighting for you, and this is what happened. David, you better do something. David said, okay, hold on, hold on, fellas, hold on, stand there, hold on. He went and prayed and said, shall I pursue? And Yah said, yes, and you shall recover all. He told them to pursue. Shall we pursue Yah right now? Shall Israel rise up and pursue? Yes, and we will recover all and more. He said, when we leave here, we're going to leave with great substance. Great substance. What does that mean? That's when we get reparations. He going to give it to us. Them devils ain't going to give you no reparations. They're not going to do it. Who wants their reparations? It's going to be attached to something. When they give you, when these crackers, when these devils give you something, it's something always attached to it. I don't want nothing from them. I'm not saying we don't need it to get out, because it would help for some of us to get out, to get reparations. I'm not saying we don't need them. Yes, we are owed that, but guess what? Because they didn't pay it, because they won't pay it, that's why America is going to be destroyed, because they are refusing to pay us reparations. But if they did, I want it in gold and silver. I don't want it. I don't want you to pick the land. I want to go pick my own land. I don't need you. And it won't be here in America. Because like I said, and I know they know that. They know that if they gave Black folk reparations, half of us would be gone. It would be some like here, like, you know, you got Candace and you got Oprah's, you know, you got the Oprahs of the world who's been doing really well under their enemy. But you guess what? I can't do what I want to do. I got to, they bought and paid for me. So I got to do what they want me to do. I got to hurt my own. I can't help my own. I got to go against my own. I got to, you know, bring my, you know, I got to do stories about Michael Jackson, who's been dead 10 years, and she did a story against her own. You know, I got to go against my own in order to be happy with them, in order for me to have theymillions, because they're attached to my millions, just like Nick Cannon. He thought because he gave Viacom $1 billion. $1 billion. He made them $1 billion. $1 billion. He made white folk $1 billion. How much did he have for himself? So guess what? If he had made it for himself, he could have said what the hell he wanted to say about them fake Jews, and they would have said, guess what? You fired. He'd have said, well, whatever, who cares, and kept moving. He wouldn't have cared one iota. But because he knew that he made the $1 billion for his enemy and didn't leave himself none, he knew what side his bread was buttered on. So he knew, okay, I'm gonna get bad. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but then I'm gonna go up there, and they've been milking that cow, honey. Them Jews been milking Nick Cannon every time. They wanted him to denounce Farrakhan. They wanted him to denounce Farrakhan. And I thought he was gonna do it. He came real close to saying it, but he didn't say it. But he still said some stuff. Well, my dad believed what fear can't believe, and I don't believe everything. What he was pussyfooting around it. He did everything but say it. But he sure said some stuff that was relating to it. I thought he was gonna say it. I really did. Because right now, our entertainers don't own themselves. But with all that money our entertainers have, shame on you if you didn't use your enemy to use them as a stepping stone to build your own. How are you in an industry for 20 and 30 years and you didn't build your own legacy? You didn't build nothing for yourself. You don't even have your own rights to your own music. How is that possible? You can be with somebody, your open enemy, for so long, but you don't have enough sense for all of them black folk to come together and build their own empire and not use the Jews for nothing. Because if they had been the Jews or the Chinese, what did the Jews do? They used to be worse than us. They used to treat the Jews worse than they treated black folk, right? What did they do? They got up. They came together. They got up, and now they're in charge of the entertainer, the TV, radio, music. They're in charge of the banking system. They're in charge of our schools. Why do you think you see so much perversion in our schools? They're in charge of everything relating to us, and they know who we are. And you don't even understand what's really going on here. This is why they introducing so much nastiness and negativity and with our men, and they trying to pussy bite all our men. They're trying to make our men gay, or if they're not gay, then they put them with white women. Those are some of the ads on TV. You see them. All our men none are with black women. They're all with white women, trying to convince us that all our black men love white women. That's not true. All of our black men don't love Becky's. And women, if you have boys on here, start teaching your boys to stay away from them devils, because they are devils and they are demons and they all are dysfunctional. And I don't care who don't like what I'm saying, because I mean every word of it. Prove me wrong. Every last one of them are devils. Dysfunctional zeros. You're going to pass up a black 10 to go to a dysfunctional 0. Does that make sense? And Deuteronomy 7 tells you not to even date, tells you not to even mess with them. He told you, you don't even offer them to your daughters and your sons. He told you. Deuteronomy 7, read it. And yes, that Bible, the Apocrypha, the Sefer, is about you. It's your story. Don't let them tell you, oh, yeah, some of the Bible's been rewritten. We know that. But the 1:16:11 back, that's the one you need to read. It's the truth. The 16:11 back. Don't, when you start doing the 16, coming on up to these newer ones, 16:11 and back, yes. But do your history, do your homework. There are other books besides the Bible that tells you who you are. The Enoch, Book of Enoch. You need to read it. But it tells you who they are. And it tells you what's going to happen to them, which is happening now. I'm telling you, y'all, we got to wake up. They're not even telling you about the meteoroid that's on its way. Are they telling you about that? They didn't tell you about the one that came so close that it almost, but he said the last time we're going to be destroyed by fire, right? Not telling you about the meteoroids. Not telling you about the stuff, the activities going on in the skies. He said, watch the skies. He told you that, watch the skies. But you got so much spray. They got so much spray, and they sprayed it so much you can't see. What are they covering up? Why are they not allowing us to see? Come on, you guys. We have to see them for what they really are, and they're our enemies. You're mixing and mingling with your enemies, and you're marrying them. So literally, you're sleeping next to your enemy, and you're eating from your enemy. Let me give you this thought here. You remember back in the day when we was begging them and to eat in their restaurants? That was the most nasty thing we could have did, because you know what they was doing to your food back there in the back. And we begged them to take our money to eat because we wanted to integrate with them, right? Can you imagine what they was doing to our food? And we begging them to eat. We begging them to eat. Can you imagine? Just the thought of it is like disgusting. But this is what we have been trained to do. We've been trained to look up to them and down on your own. But that's the educational system that we have. And now We can't go to school. We can't go to churches because every entity that they have used to brainwash us is closed down. Are we putting the pieces together? Are we putting the pieces together? Every entity, they use church to brainwash us, right? Christianity, that's not who we were. We weren't Christians before we got here. That wasn't who we were. We believed in the Torah, first 5 books. That's who we were. They used the church to brainwash us, and they used school to continue brainwashing us. And what did they do? They sent our pastors to theologian schools, their theologian schools, to finish brainwashing our pastors. So this is why the churches were never a threat to them. This is why they allowed our people to go to church indefinite and be in there all day and all night, because they knew that they were making you docile. They knew that they were toning you down and putting you to sleep. They knew what the church's power was. They knew because they built them, because they taught you what to do in those churches. And that's what the pastors were led to do. They were there to keep you asleep. And stuff in the Black community was happening. Did they ever preach on it? No. Did they ever talk about the families? No. Did they ever talk about segregation? Did they ever talk about anything besides prosperity, which we didn't have? Did they tell you anything of how to get prosperous? Did they talk to you about becoming business owners? Did they talk to you about entrepreneurship? Did they talk to you about remaining married? Did they talk to the fathers and continue classes of teaching men how to be men? Did they teach the women how to be mothers? Did they teach us how to be a family? Did they teach us how to love each other? No. What was the church's job? To keep you brainwashed, to continue docile and you, to keep you asleep. We praised God good, didn't we? What did we do when we came out? Went right back to massa. Went right back to the slave home owners plantation every Monday. After church, we went to the slave plantation Monday through Friday. And then on Saturday, we had a little, some of us worked on Saturdays. And then Sundays, we went back to the house, the slave owners plantations, churches, to continue getting our brainwashing. So one day a week, we had a break. Out of 7 days, one day we might have had a break. But that's what their jobs were. So this is why they never fought with the church. This is why they never touched the church. This is why they continued allowing us to go to church, because they built the entity. They set it up. Roman Catholics set up the church the way they wanted to set it up for us. The Roman Catholic Church set it up. So all of those, the Catholic, the Methodist, the Baptist, all of them came out of Rome, the Babylon, the whore of Babylon. You have to understand, all the churches is coming out of her. Roman Catholic is the whore of Babylon. And all the rest of the churches came out of her. Lutheran, all of them come out of her. So if you're connected to pedophilia, homosexuality, what is going to trickle down? Pedophilia, homosexuality is what's going to trickle down, right? That's why it's so much of that in the church. Come on. You can only be as strong as your base, your head, right? And the head was doing what? So how can you be greater than your head? I'm just saying. The devil infiltrated the church because he built it. And you have a lot of sleep Christians still sleep, praising Caesar Borgia, who dad was the Pope, who allowed Leonardo da Vinci to paint him and call his name Jesus. He put his son's picture across every church across the world. But it's Caesar Borgia's picture. He was in love with Leonardo da Vinci, was in love with him. So he painted his picture and called him Jesus, but his name is Caesar Borgia. He killed his sister. No, he raped his sister and killed his brother. That's the spirit that's attached to Caesar Borgia. You can look it up online. Caesar Borgia, Cesear, Borgia, Borgia. Look that family up and find out his father was the priest. In those days, the priest could marry, and he had several children. Look it up. If you don't believe me, don't say I'm lying. Look it up. Before you talk, look it up. This is one thing we do as Black folk. We hear stuff and it's so new to us, we ignore it and we think that person's lying. We automatically go, oh, I don't believe that. Well, did you look it up? No, I just don't believe it. It don't sound right. Why? Because you've never heard it. I've never heard it, but I don't believe it. Well, don't be an idiot. Look it up. I'm just saying, stop doing that. I hate when people do that. They don't believe nothing. You can't tell Black folk nothing. Because if I'm not white and I didn't tell you, then it's not true. You have to understand, they're getting ready to reset this economy, you guys. They're getting ready to try to take you digital, but they're really wanting to go into the gold and silver. But you really need to think about it. We don't need to go digital. If we go digital, they're going to be in control of your finances. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you accept and you go digital, they're going to be in control of your finances. So if you get a paycheck and you put it on a card, or you say, okay, we're going to do digital. If they want to pay you, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. You don't take that vaccination, you're not going to get your paycheck. Just like now, they're telling you the flu season. Now, listen to this. Now, we just had Corona, right? We just had that little pandemic. Okay. But the U.S. has a patent to look that up. The U.S. has a patent to the coronavirus. Okay. I was watching Walking Dead. Okay. I love The Walking Dead. I don't know why I like it, but I do watch it because I believe they have hidden messages in there. I was on season four, uh, episode 2, season 4, episode 2. And they talked about the coronavirus, and they said, oh, everybody was dying. They was just dropping dead. And they was like, oh, it's flu-like symptoms. They didn't have a name for it, but they called it flu-like symptoms. And that's what coronavirus was, flu-like symptoms, right? Now listen to this. Our children, they said on the news I heard yesterday, they said, oh, we're going to make it mandatory for them to give the children flu shots before they come back to school. Now, remember, when Corona came and it hit Italy, most of those older people died, right? Why? Months before, they gave them flu shots. Listen, months before, this was in the wintertime, right? December, August, September, they gave them flu shots. And guess who died of Corona? All of the elderly that they gave flu shots to. So be very careful. We think, oh, they're not going to give us the coronavirus vaccine, but they're going to make you take a flu shot. What's in the flu shots, family? Let's not be, come on, let's stop trusting these people that have no good, the ill. I don't know why we don't understand the government is not for us. It used to be, it should have been, but you have to understand America was never a Christian country. It was built on the Masons. Anybody know what the Masons stand for? Look it up. I'm not going to tell you everything. I want you guys, this is your homework. I know what it stands for. I want you guys to get educated and start looking things up for yourself. When I throw stuff out there, write it down. When you come to my lives, have pen and paper, because I'm going to give you some stuff and I'm going to give you nuggets, but I'm not going to tell you everything. I want you to look it up because I need us to be educated. I need us to start educating ourselves. Because you're going to have time, about an hour after this, you're going to have time to sit there and you're going to be thinking about what I talked about. Get your books, look, come on now, look it up. Don't wait for people to tell you everything. You got a meteor coming. I want you to look that up too. It's time for us to understand what's going on. And things are happening. They're not killing us for no reason. That's Joshua, because he's in charge of everything. You have to understand, sometimes he will allow stuff to happen to wake you up, to get you to get to where you need to be. And I do believe that he's going to send a certain amount before he sends the rest. I'm just saying. So it's time for us to wake up and smell our own coffee. Exporting, importing in Africa is a great business to go into. Cocoa, chocolate, mangoes, all of that. It's a great business to go into. Agricultural, manufacturing, those are great businesses. So if you have a product, you can get you a small little area to manufacture some stuff and start importing, exporting. Before you leave, if you want to import, export chocolate or cocoa here, find your restaurant. Coffee, you can get with Starbucks. You can get, maybe not Starbucks, but you can get with some of these book, you know how they've been having the bookstores, and you go to the side and you're reading the books, books and Barnes and Nobles, and it's other places of where you can contract your coffees. Okay, if you want to sell coffees, say for instance you find a coffee in Africa that you want to import, export over here. You export it from Africa to America. You get your contracts before you get there, and you guys can establish this business before you get to Africa. You don't want to go there trying to look for a job. You want to go there where you are going to be bosses. You feel me? You want to be bosses. You want to have your own company, your own, and you're gonna employ the African, and you're gonna pay them. You're gonna pay them more than $5. what they making, probably making $2 now. You pay them $6 or $7, $8 an hour, you're gonna make millions. So you can pay them a decent wage. Don't pay them $2 an hour. Don't do that. You don't want to make $2 an hour. Treat them the way you want to be treated. We're not going over there with this black supremacy stuff. Okay, we're gonna treat them better than white folk treated us here. We know how we don't want to be treated, so we're not going over there with that mindset. So a lot of us need to get over our black supremacy mindset of thinking we're better, because I think we both have something coming to the table. We can offer them some knowledge, and they of course can offer us some knowledge, because you got some off the chain Nigerians. I'm telling you, these folks, I'm just saying Africans period, are very intelligent, very smart, but some of them use it the wrong way, because they're using it the way they can use it to make money. But if you take it over there and you take your company over there and you allow them to work with you, and they can, help you to take your company to the next level, because they're so smart, as far as engineering and electronics and all that stuff, they're very intelligent people. You can pool your business together with them. You can hire some of them to help you to run your company. I'm just telling you, we don't have to do this by ourselves. We don't have to do this by ourselves, family. It's time for us to get this switched over to the motherland. So we don't have to just think you go there. You don't have to face all this hatred. You don't have to face all this racism. You don't have to face racism with race soldiers trying to kill you. And you can't go to a barbecue without them butting in. Every time they come, every time they buddy in, every time they have something to do with somebody die or get killed. Don't you notice that? Every time they come around, it's drama, trauma, death. And then they try to look and point fingers at you. Well, we have ghettos because they built the ghettos. They took the money out of our neighborhoods and redlined our neighborhoods, so we couldn't get loans for our homes to fix up our areas. So guess what? We couldn't get bank loans to buy our own homes. So we had to depend on white folks. So they created the ghettos, and then they moved out of the ghettos and left you there in the ghettos, and then took the money from you so that you can't get the loans to buy homes or to fix up your homes or to fix up or to have businesses in your own areas. Everybody has a business in your area except you. Tell me why. And then when we do, we're so brainwashed that we won't even support each other. Tell me what's going on. I'm just saying. It's a new day. New day. Time for us to do some things different. NFAC, we need you. NFAC. No, I don't see anybody. Do we see anybody standing up, taking charge? When he sat down, everybody got quiet, didn't he? Everybody looking at each other like, okay, what you gonna do? I don't know what you gonna do. I don't know what you gonna do. Oh, I don't know. I thought you thought what? You thought what? You was gonna run your mouth? Well, you got what you wanted. You got it. So can you do it? I'm waiting on you to step up. Step up, fellas. Everybody that has something to say about NFAC, stand up. Come forth. And my question to you, you got the ball. What you gonna do with it? You got the ball, Tariq, Brandon, Maurice. You got the ball, fellas. What we gonna do? Come on. I'm just saying. We had a lot to say. More. You got the ball. My 2%ers. White boys, you got the ball. What you gonna do? Nothing, I thought. We complain about everything and do absolutely nothing. We will complain in a minute about something, and you ask you, what you got a plan? What's your plan? I didn't say I had a plan. I just think he should be doing it this way. Well, I think you should shut the hell up if you don't have a plan. If you don't have a better plan, then why don't you just shut up and let him do? Because I believe everybody has their entity. Everybody has their job. Everybody has their flow. Where's your flow? That's right. That's right. Where y'all at? Up there bussying? What you doing? Bussying? What? Where you at, men? Where you at, fellas? Where you at, 3%ers? They had so much to say. Oh, he could have did this and he wasn't doing this and he was. That's all I heard. But these are people that's not doing nothing. I ain't seen nobody. Who 1,500 people within weeks, like a 2-week span. 1,500 people, wasn't it weeks? If it was weeks. And then another week, another 4 weeks, you started July, then you went 4 weeks to Brianna in August, wasn't it? 4 weeks, July, 4 weeks later, or 2 or 3 weeks later, maybe 3 or 4 weeks, you went to Louisville. I'm sorry, St. Louis, Louisville for Brianna. Brianna is supposed to go back September 5th. Okay. I'm just saying, I hope he does still hold on to that. I hope he does step forward. We need him. I don't care what nobody say. Nobody else is doing anything. We dying doing nothing. So if I'm gonna die, I'd rather die changing my situation. I'm just saying. I hope you guys have your practicing your Second Amendment. I hope you guys have your weapons training. I hope you guys are doing your extra food. I hope you guys, yeah, July 25th, yeah. I hope you guys are getting your extra food. I hope you guys are practicing your Second Amendment, and you guys look around. We have to come together as a team. And I'm telling you, when these police officers coming to you, when we see our Black folk family members stopped, pull over, find out what's going on, find out if they're okay. We have to start looking out for one another. Because like I said, they have no business policing us. They have no business coming into our neighborhoods because they don't know Black culture, just like we don't know their culture. And I'm not trying to learn their culture. I believe they just need to be policing themselves. But I never thought we should have been integrated in the first place, because I think separate but equal would have been fine for us. But we had to find out if their ice was colder, and we found out that their ice had spit and everything else in it, and they gave it to you. I'm just saying. Or they gave you the ice that had hair and everything else in it when they had the fresher ice. I'm just saying. Don't believe that you ever got equal to them. Don't believe that. Don't believe the hype. Don't let somebody tell you that you had everything, because guess what? We still separate but equal. We still separate but not equal. We still separate. We still living in segregation. If you look at it, because you move so many people into their neighborhood, what do? They move out, right? Just like gentrifying the neighborhoods, what do? They come in, they gentrify the Black areas, they gentrify everything, they move you out, they move white folk in, and they charge high rent so that you can't even afford to come back down there, like in downtown areas, right? But we say we're integrating. Are we really integrating? I think we're the only ones trying to integrate, because we have in our minds that when we move in a white neighborhood, that we just moved up, huh? That's how sick that we are. You can make your own neighborhood just safe, just as beautiful, because it's all about economics. It's all about economics. If everybody has their own businesses, everybody's doing what they need to do, and we're supporting one another, you won't have drugs and crime in your neighborhood, you guys. We don't understand that. We have that because our men don't have jobs. They did it on purpose. They took the jobs. As you see in Black neighborhoods, we don't have a Walmart. I mean, we don't have a Black business, a Black-based business in our own neighborhoods. We may have some like a Walmart, or we have that's pretty much all that we have in a Black neighborhood. Then we have little Chinese restaurants, little small malls, strip malls, right? But they're not owned by us. So what's wrong with us getting some businesses up in our neighborhood so that we can employ our own? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with us coming together and doing our own similar group economics, pulling our monies together and creating our own Walmart-like store, that we can do the same thing that Walmart is doing? Why aren't we doing that? Pooling our monies together, buying up these little strip malls, but paying security, getting our NFAC chapters locally in every state, so that we can have an NFAC policing our neighborhoods everywhere, in every city in America, if this is where you want to be. But for me and mine, I'm just saying, for me and mine, I'm out. Y'all can stay here if you want to, but I'm tired of it. I've had enough. And I don't need somebody to beat my brains out for me to get the message. I hope we understand that if we could do better than NFAC, we would have been doing it. Nobody was doing anything. And I'm going to keep coming back to that. If we could have, we would have. But he was doing, that was his gift. That was what Yah chose him to do. That's why he was able to bring 1,500 people, 6,500 people together in a matter of weeks. We didn't understand it. It's not your gift. It's not your gift. You do have a gift. So find your gift and do it. Because while you talking about his gift, he doing his gift, but you're not doing yours. You so busy telling him what he could and should be doing when now you have an opportunity to do it better and you're doing nothing. You ran your mouth. For what? Now I'm looking at you, suspect now. You want us to stay in white supremacy, right? Is that why you ran your mouth about your brother who was doing so much? But you want your own to stay with white supremacy. That's why you didn't, that's why you did all that talk. Oh, I would do this, and oh, I seen them do this, and I see. How you see anything you wasn't there? How you see anything you wasn't there? What, you seen it on camera? You might have missed it. Was you in person? Did you go to some of these formations? Was you in person? No? Then why are you talking? You wasn't there in person. Go in person, do a news thing, and then you can talk. You couldn't see nothing on camera. The camera ain't gonna see every point. You can't see everything. You wasn't there. But if you was there, you could have been looking around. So, oh, I see that. Okay, let me write this note down. I see this. I see this. This is what. But you wasn't even there. You trying to talk. You ain't do something. This is just like me looking at a person to Monday build a house. I go Monday. I seen, he laid out this, that, and the other. I didn't go Tuesday, but I went back Wednesday. He got a whole lot more stuff. But I'm gonna look and say, oh, that don't seem like it's right. It seemed like, why you didn't put the wall there? Why you didn't put this there? Why you didn't put that? Well, if you had been there on Tuesday, you could have, because you knew he was building, right? You could have been there. You could have put your, okay, well, let's try it. Let's do this. Let's see that. Let's see how you step by step, step by step. But if I miss a step, and then I'm gonna come back and try to tell him something, how he didn't do it on Tuesday when you wasn't there? How you didn't know that while they had the camera pointing left, you wasn't seeing something that happened on the right. So you missed it. You missed everything because you weren't there. But you come here and try to talk and behind a computer and trying to run your mouth and you weren't there. The next formation is September 5th. Be there. And then you can talk. But if you're not there, what you got to say? Nothing. Stop it. This man is doing what he was built to do, what Yah has placed him on this earth to do. He's doing it. What Yah placed him on this earth to do, he's doing it and getting thousands together, millions together. And what are you doing? Do you even got 5 together? Then you got 10 together. Then you got 2 together. Or you just have 1 yourself. And you talk a whole lot of noise. And people followed. And the crazy part about it is people follow these people that ain't talking about nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They ain't talking about nothing. They sitting there talking with them. And they criticizing somebody who they criticizing. They got some nerves to criticize somebody when that person is doing the work and you doing absolutely nothing. You done teamed up with another fool and y'all gonna talk. Y'all gonna talk together and you ain't doing nothing. I ain't never seen such nonsense. I ain't never seen such nonsense in my life. I'm gonna sit on the computer and talk nonsense, talk trash about somebody that's doing the work when I ain't doing nothing. I'm just sitting at home. But he didn't do this, he didn't do this, he didn't do this. But you weren't even out there, so you did nothing. But you got so much to say. Really? Did you want? Okay, I want to see you there at the next formation, September 5th. Be there. And then you can have everything you want to say, and we'll listen. But if you're not there, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. We good at talking. Black folks sure can talk about one another. Complain about you can complain about somebody else and ain't doing nothing. But you got so much to say. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get that I'm trying to get this up here. I'm trying to get it through here because it don't make sense. But we had so much to say about this brother that was doing the work. NFSC, we need you. Get back on your throne, brother. Get back on your job. Get back to doing what y'all told you to do. And the heck with all the other, the heck with it. Who cares? Let them talk. 2/3 gonna die. And if they want to stay here and they want to fight for their enemy and join with their enemy, then you do that. But you're gonna be within, you're gonna get part of that punishment too. Because he told you, come from among, learn not the ways, and be ye separate. I'm just saying, did he not? And what we doing? We coming together with our open enemy, and we mixing and mingling and marrying them and having babies with them. So we're recreating. And if you have a white wife, that baby's going to tend to go to the white side of the family. So guess what? You're recreating your enemies for my grandchildren. Stop it. You're helping them devils to survive. Do you not know they need your seed, meaning they need our bodies, ladies, to survive? They have low birth rates. They're not having babies, and you are helping your enemies to live. Do we not know that? Have you not read the health? Pull it up. It's there. Lisa Cabrera talks about it all the time. Pull her up. We are helping them to survive. Stop mixing and mingling, having babies with them. We're recreating demons. We're recreating them devils. Ew. Stop it. We're recreating our enemies. They need you to survive. They need your money. This is why we should pool our monies together and come together and support our own. But we won't. Why? Brainwashed. We don't know any better. We don't know any better. I wasn't even trying to stay on here now. I promise you I wasn't. I always say I'm going to come on and come off. But I did not want, I just wanted to make a few points to give. This is an opportunity for my brothers, my big mouth brothers, my bussy brothers, my loving they massa brothers to come together. Put your heads together, brothers, fellas, and come up with a plan. One that's better than what NFAC had. Let me see you put 1,500 people together or either 6,500 people together. And let me see you not have one incident. Let me see you do what he's doing so far. And then you can talk. Other than that, you have nothing to say. We don't want to hear it. Stand down. NFAC, we need you. And we give you permission to survive. Come on back and do what you were put on this earth to do. Do what y'all told you to do. Be obedient. It doesn't matter about anybody else, but you doing what you were put on this earth to do. And with that said, family, I want us to be careful. And I don't want to sit up here and us keep supporting and letting them tell you that your brother who got shot 5 and 7 times that they deserve to die because they want to bring up their records. It doesn't matter what they did in the past. They still never deserve to die because does theirs die? No, theirs get to live. But it's always about our men dying. And they always put their mouth on our men. And when I hear a Black person say, oh yeah, they should have died, it pisses me off because of the simple fact. Why would you say that? You're going to fight against your own for your enemy? You're going to agree with them, devils? Really? Like they don't do no dirt. And it bothers me when I hear Black on Black crime. Well, you know what? It's crime in everybody's neighborhood. White folk kill white folk, Asians kill Asians. Okay? Because that's what you're around. So when they say Black on Black crime, tell them y'all got enough in y'all neighborhoods to get it together. We just go to jail more. But we are not the ones that do the most violent crimes are white folk. And that's 87%. And 20% of them go to jail. We do more nonviolent crimes, and 80% of us go to jail. And we're talking about it for years. We're not talking about get a little time. We get years, 120 years, 5 consecutive life sentences. Who does that? What in the world? Who does that? Happen to get a little time. Come on back out and do what you got to do. Who spends 120 years in jail? Who has 5 consecutive life sentences when you have police officers killing black folk and getting no time or getting 5 years? There ain't no time. Botham Jean's life was worth more than 10 years. That girl should have got life. Welcome, Jay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's stop jumping on the bandwagon when we see somebody telling us, oh yeah, he deserved to die. Why is it that ours always deserve to die? Ours don't. Why? What happened to you just shooting him in the leg and wounding him, and then and then taking care? Or what happened to that? Why is it that we always have to die? We don't always have to die. And stop jumping on the bandwagon when they talking stupid. Call them out. Call these black folk out that's sitting up there jumping on white supremacy side when they talking about they deserve to die because he told him what to do and he didn't do it. Well, guess what? He would have died if he would have did it. He would have died if he didn't. So damn if I do it, damn if I don't. We do and we die. We don't, we die. What's the difference? If he had stayed there, how many people stand there and they're conforming and they're complying and they still die? So stop saying that. Well, if he had complied, he wouldn't have died. Well, yes, he would have, because it's a known fact that when black folk comply and have a cell phone or a pen in their hand, oh, I thought it was a gun. Don't you know the difference? You can't see the difference in a gun and a cell phone? Does my cell phone look like a gun? No. Then why are you telling me it looks like, oh, I thought it was a gun? You knew that wasn't no gun. Stop lying. Devil, stop lying. Devil, stop lying. The father of lies is your daddy. Stop it. Walking in your daddy's traits, liars. Every time they come around, every time white folk got something to do with something black, somebody end up dead. And usually it's us. We have got to stop it. We have got to start standing up and fighting back. Yes, it's going to cost us. You know what? I don't even think it's going to cost us bloodshed. I really don't. I believe that we will always be protected. I do. We've never had to fight for ourselves. We've never had to. But we at least have to attempt to. We have to attempt to. And then y'all will take it the rest of the way. But stop jumping on the bandwagon and letting them say, oh, yeah, he deserved to die. We don't ever deserve death. It's not up to them to tell you that you deserve to die. They so used to doing that just we automatically give them place to do that. But no, they do not get the right to tell us when we can live and when we can die. If we can live and if we can die. They don't get that right. They don't get that right. Okay. I do appreciate everybody that came on. I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to. And I'm trying to make sure that I cover all my points because I keep trying to close and then I come up with something else and make sure I covered all my points because I get closed down and be like, oh my God, I should have said that. Let me talk about the Lafayette man, the one that was shot 11 times. They walked behind this man a mile and a half a mile. They walked behind him. You mean to tell me you couldn't stop him or you couldn't stop him before he got to the store? My thing is they was waiting on him to get to the store so they could shoot him and then say, oh, he was going to cause danger to somebody else. You did it on purpose. I'm just saying. You did that on purpose. You waited till he got to the door of the store and then shot him 11 times. You were the thugs. You were the terrorists because you could have shot somebody else who was standing by that door. You could have shot somebody else that was standing in front of that door, ready to come out that door. You didn't think about that, did you? You shot him 11 times. I'm sure 11 bullets didn't go in this man. Where did the other bullets go? That it could have went into a child that's standing nearby. But you talk about us being traumatized. That child or them people in that store saw what happened. That's PTSD. The man that they shot in front of his children, those children will have PTSD. 3 boys. And I keep telling you, we never think about the victims that live, that was in a vicinity when that person died and they saw it. That's PTSD. That's how PTSD starts. Can you imagine the trauma that his children, the one that was in the truck who was shot in front of his kids, can you imagine the trauma? Can you imagine the traumas? I'm just saying it's time for us to stop it. Stop allowing them to use an excuse of why it's okay for us to die. Doesn't matter his past. Everybody got a pass. Them damnable devils got a pass. Them damnable devils got a pass too. They probably raped their daughter, raped the mamas, raped somebody's dog. So yes, they have a pass. I'm just saying. Stop making them think you're less than. Something thinks, what did I say? Something calls themselves nothings, and nothings call themselves somethings. Figure that one out, family. With that said, I am going to end this live. Yes, his kids will be hunted for the rest of their lives. And anybody else, just like when George Floyd died, I think the girl that taped it, she's been traumatized. So how's her life been since then? We never look at the kids. You had one that did die doing a wellness check. Tanda, I can't remember her name. I have her name, but I can't pronounce it. It started with an A, and she died. And her and her nephew was playing a game. He saw her die. Can you imagine the trauma? How's his life going a year later? Not only did she die, but her mom and dad died after her. So that whole family went through trauma. How do you feel that? That the family that witnessed that, the little boy that was sitting next to her that was playing the game, saw her get shot. How do you think he felt? What's his life like right now? We never look at that. We should do a story on the lives of the children, the lives of the person that took the video, the lives of the person that saw the murder, the lives of the person that saw the police shooting, the lives of the people that witnessed the deaths. We should do a show on that. And I guarantee you it wouldn't be good. Nothing good about that. But they always try to dehumanize us when they do something wrong to you. They try to dehumanize you. They try to dehumanize you to make it look like it was okay, you deserve to die. That's what they always want to do, to make other folk feel like they were right. We were right to shoot. We were right to shoot him. When he was 2, he stole some gum. Yes, exactly. It's time for us to go. It is time for us to leave. It is time for us to do what we need to do. It's time for us to go. I hope the ones that join, you guys go and look at the tape over. Like I said, I try not to make them too long. On Thursday nights, I do 2-hour lives because I'm on my blog talk, which is 2 hours. But on Tuesdays, I want to try to bring it to an hour and be done. But I do appreciate everybody that's tuned in, even after we shut it down. The ratings is great. I want you guys to like and share, like and share, like and share, like and share the video, you guys. We're trying to bring up the algorithm, but it's getting better. It's really picking up, and I appreciate it. I just have a little channel, but that's okay. You start small, but I appreciate each and every person that takes their time, to watch, to comment, and to share. With that said, you guys have an amazing day on purpose and be very, very careful. Like and share the video, you guys, and don't forget to keep your head on the swivel, practice your Second Amendment, and get your gold and silver. Peace, family.